What's going on? So today I'm going to be going over some new arrivals to the collection. I got some heat today. It's been a minute since I made a video, so I've kind of been on a budget, so the records you're seeing here are all the records I bought in the last probably 2 months. But you know, it's kind of one of those things where like I'm buying less but higher quality records and more expensive and rare. But I'm pretty happy with this stack and I'm excited to show you guys. Right now we got My Favorite Things, John Coltrane. This is a 2010 reissue. It's really high quality. It's got a tip-on jacket, the gloss and everything, from Rhino Records. And it sounds pretty good too. So yeah, pretty sweet. I have a Coltrane Grail at the end, so thought I'd run some Train. Yeah, a fantastic record. Obviously, it's such a classic. A reinvention of, you know, a pop classic. It's insane. Alright, so diving right in. Diggable Planets. This is probably not what you were expecting to see, but this is Reaching, a new refutation of time and space. This is a hip-hop record from 1993, and it is incredible. This is a reissue. It was a 2021 reissue, and it's in still. I left it in the shrink. I don't know, so I just felt like leaving it in the shrink, so I did. But yeah, this record is absolutely incredible. It's super influenced by jazz, so honestly I feel like it fits with the stack of jazz, because like they sample jazz, they talk about jazz, they rap about jazz, they, you know, there's some deep stuff on this record. Like, man, probably my favorite tracks on here, Where I'm From. That was kind of like the one that they would put out as a single. Get on the radio. Rebirth of the Slick. You know, there's so many cool tracks on this. La Femme Fatale is actually really deep, and yeah, just a deep track about like abortion, and they're just railing on pro-lifers. It's just, I mean, it's just, these guys are pretty, especially in their next album, Blowout Cone. It gets even more political, but I mean, it's cool to see. Let me tell you, it's cool to see. So love this record, love it, love it, love it. And this sounds incredible, this pressing. You know, this is I don't even know who pressed this, but it's incredible. There's a bunch of liner notes and stuff, super cool stuff. So, Diggable Planets. Check it out. Next up, seen a lot of hubbub about this one, Blues and Abstract Truth. This is the Acoustic Sounds Verve reissue thing, and everyone's saying it sounds amazing, and guess what? It does. It sounds incredible. And I've been looking for an original of this for a while. Still have not found one, but when I do, selling this. Actually, I'll probably keep it. Compare them. But yeah, Blues and Abstract Truths, Oliver Nelson. You know, I only recently got turned on to this album. Recently, like the last 6 months probably. But it was just like such a classic, and I always saw it, but I never really gave it a listen. I did, and it blew my mind. I listened to Stolen Moments, the first track, and I'm like, man, that's pretty good. And then Hoedown, the next track, comes on, and they're just blaring this like a Hoedown song, and it's freaking awesome. It's super cool. So yeah, this entire album is amazing, super killer, and the lineup is insane. Bill Evans on piano, which is something you don't see every day. Roy Haynes, Eric Dolphy on alto and flute. Well, Roy Haynes was on drums. Oliver Nelson on tenor and composer of all the tracks. Paul Chambers on bass, and Freddie Hubbard on trumpet. Freddie, I love it. I much prefer Freddie Hubbard's earlier stages than his later, in the late 60s and 70s. I don't know. I just kind of lose interest there, but killer stuff in this one. Killer stuff. Highly recommend picking it up. Get it for about $30, $20-30, so highly recommend. Next up, this is I got this one a while back, pretty cheap, but the Three Sounds, Feeling Good. This is a original mono pressing on the New York label. I forget what year this is. It must have been 60, 62, something like that. 61, 60, I don't know, around there, you know. But basically, the Three Sounds is just like a Blue Notes house band, so it's just like a trio. They just jam on this record. Nothing too special, but yeah, glossy cover. Love it, absolutely love it, and it's cheap. Hard to beat cheap original Blue Note pressings. I'll be honest. Well, anyways, the lineup is Gene Harris, Andrew Simpkins, and Bill Dowdy. I forget which ones are on which instrument. Gene Harris on piano, Andrew Simpkins on bass, and Bill Dowdy on drums. So, yeah, if you see Three Sounds at like 20, like honestly 10 to 20, maybe closer to $30, pick it up. It's just solid jazz, and it's just kind of like a good vibe album. So, pick it up if you see it. All right, now we're really getting into Grail Tour territory. These last four are heaters, especially this one. So this one, I had seen the cover, I had heard some talk about it, and I was like, my record store has like a runoff section from the wall. Like, we all know when you go to a record store, the wall has the best stuff, and they have this probably 4 just like bins of the runoff, and I was looking through there because usually it's about the same stuff, just really expensive stuff, but this was in there, and it was at a reasonable price, and I saw it and I was like, man, I know that cover, I don't know what it is. And on the way home from that trip, I listened to it, it blew my mind, and I came back literally the next day and I bought it, picked it up, and that is The Honeysuckle Breeze by Tom Scott with the California Dreamers. This is a second pressing on Impulse. This is a 1972 pressing of a 1967 psychedelic rock and jazz fusion, and it's awesome. You know, this record isn't doing anything. It's not revolutionary. It's not changing anything, but it sounds awesome. And this is a hip-hop sampler's dream. There's so many good parts on this record that could easily be sampled and have been sampled by hip-hop artists. And you know, as you can see, this is a very 60s cover, and this is a reasonably rare record. Like, you don't see these around, but check out that guy, Tom Scott. He was 19 when this was recorded. It's just insane. It's something special in my opinion. But, you know, it doesn't have the best. There's one review on Wikipedia that's 1.5 stars out of 5. It's kind of rough, but honestly, I get it if you're like a snob, I guess. But anyways, Honeysuckle Breeze opens up really strong, really cool, and then She's Leaving Home, the Beatle cover. Gotta do what you gotta do. It's a very commercial record, let's be honest. Nyama by John Coltrane. He does cover this. I don't like it. I don't like it that much. It just seems weird. But Mellow Yellow, that track is fire. Literally, if you're gonna listen to this album, like, please just listen to Mellow Yellow. It's the 4th or 5th track. It's the 5th track, and it is so good. It's so 60s psychedelic, but also jazz, like blues. Oh my god. If you see this, pick it up. And this is in near mint condition all the way around. Super crispy. So yeah, I mean, it's not like it's from 1958. It's from 1972, but still, it's always good to have it in really good condition. But yeah, super happy I could pick this up. Man, smoke. Next up, dude, these last three. Next up, Milestones, Miles Davis. This is a first mono pressing on Columbia. Wow. And you know the kicker about this one is that it's in very close to near mint condition. I mean, just look at that jacket. Glossy as heck. Sharp edges. No splits. Just take a look at that. And do you know the wax is even better? Wax is even better. Super, look at that, man. From 1958. This looks like it came out yesterday. God. So, you know, I picked this up yesterday, and it is probably one of my favorite Miles albums. It's probably, I think it's my favorite, well, I don't know. It's really special to me. I really love this album, and it was one of the first records I bought. Actually, I bought a electronically re-channeled for stereo version from 1976 off eBay, and I've had that for a long time, a couple years, but it doesn't sound very good. So I'm super glad I could upgrade to the near mint original 1958 6i model. But you know, this is like the first record with Miles' great second quintet / sextet, you know, on Columbia. First one was on Prestige, and you know, that stuff is hard to beat. It's hard to beat. They really cooked on those like 6 records, but yeah, first side's really good. Really good. Miles actually plays piano on Sid's Ahead, which is a blues. He comps with, he doesn't really comp, he just plays the chords. It's kind of funny because you're used to hearing like Red Garland or just like insane piano players on records, and here comes Miles on Sid's Ahead, just boom, boom. He's just playing the chords. It's kind of funny, but I mean respectable. Also that cover, I love that cover so much. Yeah, and then the second side is fire through and through. Milestones, Cannonball Adderley's solo on Milestones. That's probably my favorite solo to just sing in the car. So good. Billy Boy, that's a rhythm section feature, and the rhythm section on this is incredible. And then ending with Straight No Chaser, classic Dizzy, no, a classic Monk. What am I thinking? Dizzy. Classic Monk composition, but you know, just straight ahead blues, Straight No Chaser. So yeah, Milestones. I'm really happy I could pick up this near mint first mono pressing, 1958. Woo. Next up, it might even be even better than that. Miles Davis, Someday My Prince Will Come, original mono pressing 6i. On Columbia from 1961. This, you can guess, I wouldn't say near mint, strong VG plus. Yes, isn't that amazing? Oh, incredible, and you know, the music's even more incredible. Dude, okay, the lineup on this one is really interesting because it says it is Miles Davis sextet, and it's only a sextet on 2 tracks, 2 out of the 8 tracks, 7 tracks, 6 tracks. But as you can see, Hank Mobley is on this record, and it's really interesting to hear him a little bit earlier in his career, not super, but a little bit earlier. Starting with Miles, they did not collaborate much, but there they are. I can't remember if I showed my previous copy of this one, but it was just like a reissue from, I don't know, 2000s, but it sounded fine. But this cannot beat that mono original. Check out the wax again, near mint. It's probably from the same guy that brought. There's a bunch of other Columbia Miles or Miles Columbia Records at the shop yesterday. I just did not have the cash to buy them all, so I bought the two I wanted most. And you know, this is a fantastic album. It's a commercial album, not really innovating anything, but I mean, it swings harder than a motherfucker. And you know, this is kind of, it's like, what, 1961, a little bit, it's just kind of an awkward period for Miles after the modal stuff. He's kind of getting into post-bop, but he's not quite there with his quintet with Shorter, Herbie Hancock, Ron Carter, and Tony Williams. So it's kind of an awkward record, but it's very central. It's a central record, and you know, gotta have logo. And this is I mean, this is common knowledge, but Francis Davis. This picture was taken like a couple weeks before they divorced, so that's kind of rough for him. And that beauty mark is actually, they thought she would look better with that, so they put it on her. I don't know, but yeah, that cover, so enticing, so just amazing. But yeah, it swings hard, swings super hard, and so that's about all I can say about this record. And I'm super glad to have it. It's incredible. And Wynton Kelly on this record, incredible. Paul Chambers, Jimmy Cobb, similar to Kind of Blue lineup, but with Hank Moe. Dope, can't beat it. So yeah, original mono pressing 1961. Good stuff. Super happy I could pick it up near mint. Wax. Lastly, this is probably the biggest grail I've ever bought. Biggest grail I've ever bought. Probably one of the rarest records I have, and I'm just stoked to have it. I'll just say that, stoked, absolutely stoked. Absolute grail. John Coltrane, Lush Life, original pressing on Prestige from 1961. Originally recorded in 1957 and 1958. You know, wow. And this is in great condition. Not in near mint by any means, but strong VG plus. I got a little. That's the most wear this one has. Yeah, there. But the wax. Let me show you the wax. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Super stoked. Super stoked. And I had to pay for it, but honestly, I'm completely worth it. This is probably one of my favorite records I own now, and it's just incredible. This is actually a they released this without Coltrane's permission, and so there's a bunch of different recording dates on here. The first three tracks on the first side are actually recorded together, and then the two on the back. Sorry, I'm just kind of getting allergies from a cat. I was over at my friend's house last night, but he has a cat. I'm allergic to cats. Anyways, Lush Life. Yeah. So, kind of a culmination here. Let me flip this real quick. Oh God. Excuse me. But yeah, kind of a culmination of some different dates from Coltrane, but on the back, on the B side, it's Lush Life, which is incredible, and it has a appearance of Donald Byrd, which is just amazing, simply amazing. I love this record so much, and it sounds incredible. I upgraded my OJC for this, and this record is kind of special for me because my girlfriend right now, like, this was the first jazz album I showed her, and I'm sure she's tired of me showing her jazz albums at this point, but it was the first one I showed her, and then I think it's cool to have an original pressing, and it's just incredible music to go along with it, and you don't see this every day. do not see this every day, and I'm super stoked to have it in great condition. Man, so sick, so sick. I didn't even see it on the wall at first. I was walking around, I'm like, man, there's a Sketches of Spain, mono, 1960. I'm like, do I get it? I don't know. I go walk around, come back to the wall, I'm like, do I get it? And then right, like 2 records over, this is just sitting there. I'm like, how did I not notice that? I pick it up, take it to the counter, done deal. So, Lush Life, John Coltrane. Super, super sick. So yeah, that is my recent pickups for the last 2 months, basically. Cutting down, that's for sure, but got some great stuff here. Super happy about it. Thank you for watching. Really appreciate ya. Good vibes only. Peace.